is net zero? Net zero is the idea that emissions are reduced, captured and sequestered, or offset until the total emissions are zero. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Let's look at each part of the net zero system. Technology to reduce emissions is improving rapidly. Tools like electrification or recycling of streams in industrial processes all help. Direct reduction of emissions, while understanding the other sources of environmental impact those technologies may have, is the best first step to net zero. Capturing and sequestering emissions works best where the emission source is concentrated and relatively pure, meaning it doesn't work for every emission source. Also, it takes a lot of energy to run capture and sequestration, which has to be considered in the overall emissions footprint. In many industrial facilities, capturing and sequestering, combined with reduction, simply cannot yet achieve net zero. That's where offsets come in. Offsets are the idea that any emissions that can't be reduced or captured at source can be considered against other things that use up carbon. An example would be trees and forests, which use carbon dioxide in photosynthesis, where the carbon becomes part of the tree. But offsets aren't simple. What happens if my offset forest burns down? And how close to my carbon emitter does my offset need to be? And what counts as an offset? Do I need to plant a new tree, or can I use an existing forest? And if I'm using an existing forest, how does that actually reduce the additional carbon going into the atmosphere? And can I use my sequestered carbon to offset another facility that produces even more carbon? And is that actually changing emissions, or is that just fancy math? Net zero is the right aspiration. It's what we need to do to address the climate crisis we're currently in. And we will need every tool, technology, and credible offset we can find to get us there.